Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to this crazy, daggone episode tonight. I'm here for it. I'm here. Best after loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. That wasn't right last night.
Oh my God.
Empire was right tonight.
Listen.
Time shall unfold. We gonna
my
unfold
whole left
this.
side is wet because we can knock it over water. And he just knocked it over again. Oh my God. Well, we're going to get right on into it because it's a lot to talk about. I'm not going to say it was the best of the best episodes, but the end, y'all going to understand what happened.
Yeah. The end just got me all twisted, all messed up.
So we see old Thirsty ends up in St. Louis, Missouri. We're trying to figure out why he's in St. Louis. He ends up on a playground. We see cute little Lola. I miss Lola. And he walks up to her and says, "Oh, you're such a pretty little girl. Did your mommy do your hair?"
She said, "Yeah." Snatched it. She said, "Oh." He said, "I'm sorry."
What the hell?
Happening right
I already knew they was going to get her tested for something. So then we see Andre. He goes over to Anika house to visit Rhonda. You know, he's telling Rhonda, right now I'm staying in a hotel. I'm questioning my faith right now, And she was like, as strangely as it sounds, I'm kind of relieved that you question it because I can get my old Andre back. So while they talking about the struggles and how they want to get back to where they were and they were the happiest when they were trying to build their life and building an empire and taking over empire, that's when they were the happiest because both of them power hungry.
Yeah.
And they got something to prove to the world. So while they talking, we hear Anika. I thought she was choking. When they run in the bathroom, she in their head and
Earling in the toilet. Hugging the toilet.
So they was like, "What's going on with you? Is it something we ate?" She was like, "Mm-mm." Rhonda said, "Are you pregnant?" She was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
They said, "Who is it by?"
Hakeem.
Audrey said.
Andre ain't been taking his medicine.
He told Rhonda, he said, "Don't worry, I haven't been staying with the Reverend, but I've been taking my medicine."
No, you haven't. You have not taken a drop. Not even a half of that medicine.
He ain't took the half of the pill or nothing.
Nah, nothing.
So we're at the listening party, and where Tiana is performing her song for the shareholders, blah, 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 blah. Wasn't too much to talk about right there. Cookie comes over into the session that Jamal is in. Look, she still ain't feeling old Frida on.
Not even
nothing.
A bit. Not even a little bit.
Now, she can't even give Frida the props that she deserved on the track because she and her feelings of nervousness because she know what the hell God doing Lucius done did.
Yep.
And she know that Frida is crazy enough that when she find out, she'll take this whole down.
Take the whole family out.
So then we see Frida, she in there cutting hair. Did y'all know she cut hair for real?
Yeah.
She's a beast at it too. So Frida's in the barbershop cutting hair. Jamal is in there singing this little tune with her. He sounded horrible, y'all. It was awful.
So like he just woke up.
I said, Jamal, why did you do that to yourself? They already say you sound like a billy goat. So he tells Frida that, look, we've been vibing so much and that our chemistry is so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on 2 tracks of the Black and White album. She was like,
what? Yeah, real.
What? So I thought that was real cute, and I was like, I was here for it. And at the same time, when that day ago Jamal was leaving, a guy comes in to the shop, and he sits in chair number 1. Y'all know chair number 1 is for the best barber in the house. But chair number 1, it's goddamn Frank Galler's old chair.
His old chair. I ain't know he cut hair.
Not the way his hair looked when he went to jail.
For real, for real.
But barbers always had the worst hair. So, homeboy was like, you can't sit in that chair. That's the old man's chair.
Yeah.
He was like,
he been dead for a long time. Nobody don't even care no more.
Frida said,
what chair? That's my pops.
Get up out that chair. Don't nobody sit in that chair. All I knew was Frida popped. And all I saw was the gun. I said, Frida, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. You got too much on the line. You got 2 tracks. Get ready to happen.
She don't even care.
I said, oh my God.
Whooped his tail. Matter of fact, what them other guys came from there was stomping him? What did the other barbers?
I don't know if they were other barbers.
It was about 3 other guys was stomping him when she was hitting him.
Yeah. Did y'all see Becky when she was winding it up when they was playing the track for old
Yeah,
Cookie?
she was getting it, boy.
I said, roll that stomach. Roll that stomach.
They did a whole lot better with her this week.
They did. She looked better.
Yeah, they did a whole lot better. They must have listened to the reviews. Don't y'all do that to Becky no more, I'm telling you.
Nah, but I got a question for y'all that's real off topic. Do y'all think Lee Daniels is an atheist? Because a lot of the stuff he writes in here, he cancels out any kind of faith at all.
Yeah.
Just keep that plug in your head.
That's a good question.
So, Andre comes back to work because Andre's carefree, baby.
Yeah, Andre carefree.
So Andre was like, look, I'm back.
I'm ready to come back to work.
I'm on my meds. I'm fine.
I'm good.
Why he gotta tell everybody?
Straight. Yeah, I'm thinking straight.
So if you gotta keep telling everybody, you're clearly not on your meds.
I'm still acting like Rain Man, but I'm straight.
So
I'm good.
So Jamal was like, "You sure?" Hakeem was like, "You sure you good, bro?" He was like, "I'm good. I'm ready to work." He said, "But me and the old man, we had a talk." They was like,
"Oh shucks."
He was like, "Nah, ain't nothing like that. You know, I know what I'm dealing with. I've been in this family long enough to know what I'm dealing with." But he said, "Yeah, we did have a talk. But Hakeem, you don't be staying ready, so I need to get you ready."
Yeah.
Because we about to have this shareholders meeting, and if anything goes wrong, it's all going to hell.
Yeah.
You got to know your numbers. You got to know your rebuttals, and you got to watch out for your daddy. Cause, and he was like, "Well, he can't come. You know, let's X him out." He said he owns shares. Anybody
one share,
you can be here.
You can get in there.
So he said, in so many words, he gonna be here. He gonna act a fool.
Yep.
So I'm about to prep you for daddy. I said,
"Oh shucks."
And then we saw the foolishness happen.
Yeah.
We see Thirsty and these dudes in a van. Or what's it? I don't know what it was in. And Thirsty was like, "Do it quick, do it smooth, and do it seamless."
Come on, I ain't got all day.
They put the ski mask on, and I said, "They breaking in the empire."
Yeah, breaking the empire. Stole all the merchandise. Stole what, $2 million worth of merchandise? Come on now.
Just messing up old Hakeem.
Just.
I said, "Lucius, you's a dirty dog."
Dirty.
So then when Hakeem goes over there to confront Lucius about it, he says, "So you gonna break up in my spot? Gonna take all my merchandise? You know I got the shareholders meeting, da 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 da." He was like, "I'm gonna tell everybody." He said, "You know what? I wrote a song about you when I was in Detroit called Snitch Itch." He said, "You know, our family, we don't drop dimes. We don't drop dimes. Loyalty is everything. Except for when it's you."
Yeah.
Except for you.
Hakeem said, "I don't care what you do. I ain't gonna never bow down to you." I thought you'd say that. And the phone start ringing.
I think you should get that.
You should answer that.
Laura's like, "We don't have equipment. We don't have lights."
The police pulled us over, confiscated everything, took everything because it was drugs in the car.
On the bus. He said, "So you plant drugs now?"
Yeah.
He said, "It's just a nice old boss move that CEOs make every now and then to get their people under control. But if you was a real boss, you would know about that."
Yeah, you know how to clap back.
I said, "Lucius, is this what happened to Lil Wayne?"
So did you get his tour bus shot up?
So y'all, I was not feeling Cookie this whole episode at all because So Cookie, because she's all in her feelings about Frida, she decides to go behind Jamal's back and get this fake Nicki Minaj looking girl that I ain't never seen her before. I don't keep up with people.
She looked more like Jessica Dimepiece to me.
Called Stacey Run.
Yeah.
She ain't running nowhere.
Supposed to sell all these albums, so all these iTunes downloads with 2.3 million in one day. So, I ain't never heard of her.
I ain't either, but evidently they thought she was hot. And but here's the catch. She wants to record with Jamal, but guess what? She has exclusive. I can't talk tonight. Exclusivity
on the record.
On the record, so she can only work with him. Frida Gat's got to go.
Boo.
I said, Cookie. Now that's some got to Lucius Lyon stuff for you to tell, and I ain't like it.
That's bull.
So you got to tell.
Man, I would have told her, okay,
y'all
gonna go and tell Frida Gat's this. I ain't gonna tell her. She ain't gonna kill me.
Nah, she gonna. I don't see her cap a few. Nah, she. So then we see Lucius and Andre. They over at the gravesite because Lucius said that I want to introduce you to your grandma, Leah Walker.
Yeah, Leah Walker.
And Andre is having this little talk with his grandma, talking about, medicine has come a long way. I wish that you were here to be able to enjoy life of normalcy with medication, da-da-da-da-da. And Lucius was like, you know what, son, I'm so proud of you. He was like, Dad, whenever you say that, you want something.
Yeah, you got a motive behind that.
And he was like, no, I don't. But living with that woman, it caused a lot of damage. And I think that us two together, we can fix that damage. I said, don't fall for it, Andre.
There you go.
Don't fall for it.
Because when Andre get that blank stare in his face, Lucius done got him.
And he had it then. I said,
got him.
I said, did he just get you in?
Just pulled you right on in.
So Jamal goes over there over to the barbershop, and was it the barbershop? It was somewhere.
Yeah.
And told Frida about the whole Stacy run thing, and the bad thing about it was, because she was all excited. She was like, oh my God, I'm going to be on tracks with her and on the record with her. And he was like, no, she will only work with me. So that means that you're going to have to be off the album if I work with her. And she was like, right. You know what?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Work
She's the hottest thing out there. I know you ain't going to choose me over her.
She got bars, but I knew she was hurt. But she played it good.
Yeah.
I was like, she ain't stabbing.
Like, he was like, I'm going to get you on my, you got to smooth it over. I'm going to get you on my next album. After we finish this, we're going to go back recording. She was like, nah, just do you.
Do you. Go win.
Kill him.
I said.
But she was hurt. You could tell in the face she was
hurt.
hurt.
I was a little scared of that.
Yeah. I thought she was going to punch him in the face. That's what I thought she was going to do. I would have
punched him in the face.
So you done got dished by the daddy. Now you getting dished by the son.
2 lions in 1 week?
Yeah.
So then we see this family meeting that I guess Andre called forth, because I did not see that transition.
Bullshit meeting.
So Andre said, there's somebody that has something to say to the people of this family. Rhonda walks in.
Ta-da!
And then here comes Anika. They was like, what the hell she doing here? She announces, I'm pregnant. Cookie says,
so? Who cares?
Said, and it's Hakeem's.
She got pissed off.
She said, boy, you ain't even smart enough to wrap your skit up. I said, oh my God. So,
of course, y'all know she set that all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they was like, so you keeping the baby? And Rhonda was like, I begged her to. I said, she done pulled.
Rhonda,
she killed your baby.
She done killed your baby and then pull you in on her side to agree with her to keep that baby.
So Rhonda was like, we had the air. Now she's going to have the air. Jamal said, y'all just throwing this word around.
Like it's a Shakespeare play.
He said, air, whatever. And he was like, well, what about Lola? Lola is not your son. I mean, your daughter. It said her dad's name is Marcus Jones. How the heck did you find her daddy?
Yeah. Where?
Where, Sway?
Yeah.
Where?
Please tell me.
Because
I thought it was Lucius' daughter.
Me too.
Because he's one to say he slept with her and got her pregnant.
Maybe he paid that off too, because it really is his daughter.
Oh.
But he want the heirs to be a good boy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just crazy. So we see Cookie, she introducing Hakeem to the shareholders, because they had the shareholders performance meeting, whatever it is. And he comes up there with his, I said, oh God, you already came out there like you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
You coming out there pimp walking. The only person that can do that and be taken serious is President Obama. I'm sorry.
Yeah, President Obama got swag.
No one else can come on stage with swag like him. Don't try it.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes out there with swag. I said, you done missed me already. I done took all my money out the shares, and I ain't even...
So I've sold all of them. I done called my broker, sell all the shares to Empire now, player.
I dropped it quicker than Mimi did last week. So they came to Q&A time. This lady was asking, when you going to drop your next album? He answered that very good. Then we get this... I got a few questions. What is the 5 biggest challenges that you see in the music industry over the course of 10 years? Now that guy doing Hakeem, he
delivered. Yeah.
He delivered like I don't know what.
Yeah, he delivered like a player, like a boss.
I said, okay, that guy doing Andre prepped him right.
Them good. Our hopes was up too high too soon.
He said, but what about canceling concerts?
Yeah.
Under your leadership.
What about, getting robbed? under your leadership.
The clothing line.
The clothing line. $2 million worth of merchandise on your watch.
Swiftstream got a bug.
Got a bug. The app is delayed. All you talking about is delays. I'm speaking for this person. I'm speaking for that person. They want their dividends. They got to pay for the school supply out their own money. What you going to do about all this happening on your watch?
Lucius, you are so
dirty. Yeah, you wrong. You the devil. Like you said, you are the devil. Yo, how you gonna do your son like that in front of the shareholder?
So that goddamn Hakeem, he went from knowing that he was confident and that lip said.
He was getting ready to cry. Like, Daddy, why you do that to me? Why you do that?
And then Cookie had to go up there and smooth everything over. And she was like, you know what? These are two passionate men. My son helped me build Lion Dynasty from the ground up, and now we're under the umbrella of Empire. Lucius is a legend. We cannot take that from him. We have two dynamite men that I'm going to pull on stage, and they're going to pretty much make a truce that they're not going to fight each other. They're going to fight for you. They're going to fight to get you your money.
Yeah, make you money.
And everybody's like, Cookie is what we need. I said, yes.
Yep. That's exactly what y'all need.
So they did a fake truce and all of that stuff. And then we see old Hakeem, he in the board meeting, they gonna vote his tail out.
The next day, gone.
and Lucius standing in the glass like he looking over, like he guarded, he looking over the world.
He knew he got voted on.
I said, Lucius.
He said, now you can tell your son that you ran the empire for 10 minutes.
Lucius be having some bomb one-liners though. I ain't gonna lie. As much as he gets on my nerves. So then Anika comes home. Right. She comes home. And Lucius is sitting on her couch.
Look like Pee Wee Herman.
He looked like an undertaker. He looked like the mortician. When somebody died, he comes to your house to make the arrangements.
He like lost a whole lot of weight in that scene.
Yeah, he did. And his hair. Maybe Frida cut his hair because it looked much better.
Yeah,
It still won't right. You know, your hairline ain't right. So, he said, since you like liars so much, I decided to bring you one. He done brought her a stuffed animal. He pretty much told her, look, I've come over here to make sure you taking your prenatal vitamins, getting you a plenty of rest, drink a plenty of water. And when you had that baby, what I want you to do is give that baby to Hakeem.
And I'm going to give you $10 million.
And you need to disappear.
It's like, whoa.
She said, did you not hear what I said? I want my son to have a family, my son. See, since I know I'm having a son, it's made me a better person. And all I want is a family for my son. He was like, oh, okay, a boy. He was like,
Okay, you want a boy.
He said, I think you should consider this offer. It's a very good one. She was like, no. And being with you for 5 years, I know that there's some information that I have that the FBI may be very interested in. He said, you don't know nothing about me. She said, you don't think I do? I live with you and work with you.
He said, are you threatening me?
That threats don't go well with me. Some women don't make it out of childbirth. Is you threatening to kill her already?
That's what it was.
I said...
It gave you a underlying threat.
I walked out her face.
Yep.
I said, Lucius. But Lucius really, I think he really do still love her. He was like, you slept with my son. I could get over Beretti, but my son. I said, but you offered your son to her.
Yeah, you sure
did. I
did.
don't get it. Lucius is bipolar.
Yeah,
really. If you really want to balance the books. And so, Jamal goes to his session, and Stacey Run that's supposed to be running up in there. She ain't there.
Heifer didn't even show up. She in Tokyo.
And Cookie trying to smooth it up. Someone said, they do this all the time. Lil Wayne run tracks from his tour bus, which he do, but that's Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
He's a musical genius.
Yeah.
We don't know her. He's trying to get the hook and all of this stuff. And the one thing about it is, you got to have chemistry with somebody to make music like that.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to sing background frontliner to a track.
Yeah. And he looking over at the other mic like,
we're Frida.
This stuff supposed to be right here, but we're Frida.
So he pretty much walked out the session. He was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
bump that contract, bump her, let her stay in Tokyo. I'm going over to the hood and get my freedom. And that's pretty much what he did. So he went over to the barbershop and told Frida, you know, look, I ain't in the game of choosing folk, but I'm going to choose you. I can't, you know, she's sick. I like her, but she ain't you.
She ain't you.
And we don't have chemistry. Can you please come back over there? Frida was like, you know, I think about it.
Yeah, like, she coming.
He was like, I'll be in the studio
all night, dog.
She was like,
I'm gonna be waiting.
Okay.
He knows she gonna show up. She gonna show up.
Now this is it.
Yeah, this is the cream of the crop. I don't know.
We see Thirsty. Thirsty been on the move, goddaughter.
Yeah.
Thirsty done been in
St. Louis.
He done went back to, they in Atlanta? Where the heck are they at?
I don't know.
And then he done went to Philly.
Yeah.
New Hope.
New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Thirsty goes to what looks like a old, tore down, worn down retirement home or old folks home. And he's like, yeah, I just come in here to make sure everything is copacetic with Leah Walker. I said, that's when everything over here became wet.
All the water fell over.
Because I was drinking and
I was like, ain't she dead? She's supposed to be dead. Didn't we just see her grave?
I said, Stanley, that's Lucia's mama. That's Lucia's mama. So Thirsty said, I just want to make sure everything good, and he hands her a stack of money.
Yeah.
They covering this.
They covering up. Yeah, everybody think that she did.
Now I'm trying to figure out, is Lucius covering it up or Thirsty covering it up? What is happening?
They got to be Lucius, because he would have never known that about his mama until he met Lucius.
But Lucius,
I don't know.
Because Lucius said he saw his mama shoot herself in front of him.
Well, that's his story for everybody else.
Lucius is a big liar.
That's his story for everybody else, so they think she dead. And she was singing that song that she drowned him off of.
So the lady said, you want to go see her? And at the same time, she over in the rocking chair rocking.
I don't know what she was singing, but
she said something about some Mona Lisa, and I said,
and see her trying to drown Lucius.
I was like, I am done. When she was rocking in that chair, though, y'all remember Tales from the Crypt Keeper?
Oh, that old lady?
When that old lady was in that picture? And she and the little slaves came out the picture and started murdering people. I said, "Oh my God!"
Ooh,
Lucia's mama is alive, y'all.
She alive. I didn't.
Somebody in our comments called
and said she won't dead.
I said, and I was like, that would be something.
So I'm wondering now: is Bonky dead, or is that a lie? Did he get sent off to the Cayman Islands somewhere?
Are we living all of this in Lucia's head on screen?
Yeah. Is this like an illusion? Like, is he still a child and dreaming that he running the empire?
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy. But I'm here for it. I like it though. I like it.
I like when it make me be like,
make me think.
Where did this come from?
Yeah, so between now and next week, we're gonna be trying to put this thing together. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts. So y'all think that he's in fantasy world? He's still a child. He's sitting on the porch dreaming that he gonna be this person one day, and nobody's dead, and he really don't have an empire, and none of this exists. Just
my thing is, if Carol lives in Philly.
Yeah.
The mama is in Philly. Is Carl helping cover this mess up? Because they said that Carl and Lucius got a deal going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, y'all, but it was hot at the end.
Yeah, I didn't expect, because I was like, what in the heck is God doing Thursday? Because anybody that carry around detective defined bodies, you can't trust them.
Can't trust them. Anybody that got that haircut.
Yeah, you can't. Anybody walking ride around in them ugly suits, you can't trust them.
But y'all better watch Andre too, because Andre got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, because he sabotaged that app.
He sabotaged the app,
yeah,
and he said, "This is us getting baptized." I said,
"No." He said, "This is us getting back to our old selves."
No, he said something about baptized.
He said something about baptized too.
Unless I'm tripping. But all right, y'all, we're gonna let y'all go straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South.
2 up, 2 down. Holla.